Hi, my name is TJ Scott. This is my video reaction number 2 for Human Resources Management. Let me just start off by saying this video was actually really enjoyable. Taught me a lot. I love videos like this that are informational, especially for a student that's going to be going to graduate school and then out into the field. And then I'm sure um, many people in this class are also going to be going out in their field within the next couple years. Really informational, really enjoyed it. It puts a different perspective on definitely how I was viewing job searches before. There's a lot of good lines throughout the video. Lots of really little things that you can pick up on that would really change my path or anybody else's path that watched the video. So she started off by talking about job search and that 85% of jobs are never posted online. I'm not stunned by that number whatsoever. I feel like posting a job online, unless you're in contract with somebody like Indeed or Monster.com, anything like that, you only post a job if it's an absolute necessity. Like, this is your last chance. I know, for example, my parents both own and run businesses. They never post anything online. They never post any jobs online. Um, they would rather see somebody come in, ask for an application or something like that, and if they do post anything online, it is an absolute desperation. And I think a lot of companies do that. I have received a couple jobs based on postings online. They were terrible, but really that has nothing to do with the job search or anything like that. Anything like that. I think that just might have been coincidence, bad luck, or something. She talks about the fact that she's a career coach. She's making changes. People that need to make changes. She makes those changes for them or helps aid them in making those changes. And she helps people that obviously need work. Um, she talks about a little bit about her own story, which I think is a lot of people's story. She didn't know what she wanted to do. She was a college dropout. She was unsure what to do. She talks about a job that she did momentarily, but career-wise, she wasn't really sure whatsoever what she was going to do in her future. She starts telling her own story a little bit about she then ends up going back to college, going to grad school, and she kind of found what she wanted to do, and that was caring about our success, helping people like us out, and helping people that were in her situation at one point out with their job search. People that wanted to do something, they were empowered enough to go get a career, but they weren't sure what they were going to do. They weren't sure what was going to make them happy in that situation. So basically, she works in career development. She's a career coach, but I would call that career development. And that reminds me a lot of Sally Bissell, who we have at Defiance College. I've been fortunate enough to be in constant contact with Sally and take a class with her. It's really exciting to see what Defiance College can offer beyond here, beyond actually going here. In the career development field, and I don't think a lot of students really realize what we have as our advantage when it comes to those things. The fact that you could be 40 years old and you could come to Sally Bissell if you were a student in the past and say, hey, I need help, I need contacts, I need ways to get in with people that I need to further my career path or change my career path or go get a certain position. That is really helpful to know, and I don't think a lot of people know it. There are people like this woman on campus. There's people all around us that are going to be able to put us into contact with people that we need to know. For example, I've made various contacts just through alumni here. Sally has been fortunate enough to put me into contact with a variety of different people in a variety of different fields that then contact me to different people. I've had multiple phone conversations just about simple things like grad school selection. I had a phone conversation with an admissions counselor from Ohio State. I mean, I don't want to go to Ohio State. I have no interest, and I have no interest in being an admissions counselor. But what it taught me was how selective a school can be and what specifically they are looking for in certain programs. That conversation taught me a lot. It's those little things, those little conversations, those little connections that you can make that could impact your career, that could impact your life forever. I apologize, I went off on a rant there. She then states that none of these things are happening online. The people that want to go out and get good careers, the people that are chasing dreams in their career, um, they never go online. They don't have a process in going online. It's about phone conversations, about going and meeting people. And then she talks about how easy and quick it is to go online. Absolutely, it is. It's really easy to get on and go to Indeed.com and find different job postings. And she talks about different people. There's eager and there's choosy people when it comes to jobs. Some of those people are going to apply to every job they see in the area, and some of those people are going to be extremely choosy and apply to one and put all their effort into one. Um, she later goes on to say that a method that those eager and those choosy people can work and benefit for both. Um, but once again, what she's harping on is none of these real career choices, none of these things that are going to involve something really important to you, really are found online. None of this is found online. It's about going out into the field, talking to people that are involved in the field, making conversation, calling people, getting in connection with people that are going to connect you. Not necessarily those direct connections, but sometimes you have connections all around you, and you're going to be able to put yourself in a situation to get in contact with somebody you do need to talk to. Just a quick tip that she gave that really I hold on tightly to. I think it's a really good tip for all people because I think coming out of college, you're expected to get a job right away, and people expect you to succeed right away, and that's not really the case. It's not going to happen. It's tough to happen, and I think kids are really eager when they graduate college to get a job. But she puts a good tip in there, and that's be choosy over eager. If you want to make a drastic change, so if you want to make a change in your career, you want to be happy, you want to be doing something you love, and doing something you're great at. Be choosy over eager. Um, I don't want to go into this too much, but she does talk a little bit about what these online job sites do. It's called an applicant tracking system. So if there's certain words that aren't found, if there's certain fonts that are used, um, they wipe out your application and it's never seen by a human being. Um, I think this just alludes to the fact that online application process is not the way to go, despite how easy and quick it might be. You need to be able to go in, make conversation with people, make sure that they know your name. And the fact that this applicant tracking system could eliminate somebody that's extremely qualified just based on fonts is appalling. That should rule out the internet application right there for anybody that's interested in actually pursuing a good career. Okay, so she goes into finding the sweet spot of your career, and this is perfect. I'm now going to look at every job application or any career path I might choose directly into these three lists, items, categories, whatever you want to call it. She said, find the sweet spot of your skills, what you're good at, your interests, what you like to do, and market exactly where you need to be. Um, Incredible words. It's hard to break down how you want to find the right career in 3 words like that, but I think she nailed it, and I think I'm going to view every career in the future as looking at that. Then she talks about career conversations, which I've touched base on multiple times throughout this video. Talking to people who are doing what you want to do, or people that can introduce you to people that are doing what you want to do. Just those little conversations have helped me out a lot, and I'm excited to continue those conversations with a variety of different people throughout my career and as I'm graduating. Uh, she talks a little bit about a student that was really creative. I don't know, really. It was a simple story. Nothing really to take away from that for me. Just the fact that career conversations are more important than online applications, once again. She said, don't let fear stand between you and a great job. Absolutely. I think a lot of kids that are coming out of college, or adults that are coming out of college, are scared to go get those jobs. It's nerve-wracking. It's scary. But you need to find a way to go chase that career that you want. And it's not a forever job. She mentions that millennials are going to have on average 7 different careers throughout their job. You have to view each job as a stepping stone, and which I think is completely different from generations before us. They were viewing each job like it was a forever job. There are bigger and better things out there, and you need to constantly be chasing them until you are ultimately happy. Um, it's This was the best line, and I'm going to end the video with this because it's a line that people are constantly telling millennials, adults, and everybody hears this constantly. Everybody says it's all about who you know, but she says it's all about who you choose to meet, not who